Hi, Tired. I'm Ryan, and I'm joined with my co-host Matthew, and we are Dadcast. How are you doing this fine evening, my dude?
I'm doing pretty well. I did wonder something though. I wondered, why do seagulls fly over the ocean? And I came to a conclusion that because if they flew over the bay, we'd call them bagels. Seagulls, bagels.
So good.
Bagels are good. Seagulls aren't.
Yeah. They're not quite as good as dogs. That's why they get as they're seagulls and not beagles.
Are you eating dogs?
Yeah. Let's wrap this one up now while we're way behind. No,
That's funny.
I was going to try to link it to and then those very helpful creatures from heaven are even better than beagles because they're agles. That doesn't really work. You kind of need the N in there to make it work. It did not.
Oh gosh.
That way, so.
Anyway. In all seriousness, my week has been okay. Started going back to work, and a fun story that I would like to share is that a patient came in for what we call an AI or artificial and something, I can't remember exactly, and I didn't know what it was. And basically, we were helping a Labrador get pregnant. So what we were basically doing is getting the sperm and injecting basically into the female Labrador or whatnot. But it was the most awkward thing of my life, because what had happened is that the doctor was like, yeah, it should just be like the female coming, and then the male should drop off a sperm sample, and then we should be good to go. But when they came, they brought both the male and the female. And I was like, I don't know what to do here. Like, do they expect us to collect it? Like, I'm not going to turn off a dog. and the person that owned the male was like, oh no, I can collect the sample and all that. And she busts out a condom and says, do you have a room for me? And I was like, yeah, come right this way. No pun intended.
Yeah, I was about to say, the dog was like, I think I will, thank you.
But I got them into a room. I was like, okay, wait right here. Let me let the doctor know what's going on. Don't collect the sample just quite yet. I'll let you know when to begin. And so I go back, talk to the doctor, and I come back into the room, and she didn't listen to me. She's mid trying to collect this sample. And she has her 4-year-old daughter with her.
Oh, no.
And she's just sitting in the chair watching it all unfold. And this dog, he made me jealous because it's bigger than mine, but... and it was just a crazy experience. And I was trying to talk to this woman, and she's sitting there trying her hardest, trying to get a sample and sweating. And I'm like, oh God. I was like, I'm just going to step out. Just let me know when you're ready. And then I step out. I go to do something else. And apparently she, opened the door, gave it to one of my coworkers. He said,
this is for the young man.
oh God. So yeah, that was awkward, and we tried to do our thing and impregnate the female. We decided to try again the next time because apparently we didn't get enough of a sample, so we tried the second time. We got a better sample, and we told her, collect it at home and bring it to us, and then we'll take it from there. It was just a crazy experience.
I don't know why. I just imagine when you're in there trying to talk to her, it's like the vet version of a dentist trying to ask you questions while they're sticking utensils in your mouth.
Pretty much.
So how has your week been? Oh, just
pretty much. I just kept it real brief and short, and I was like, I'll go into the details later. But yeah, so
unlike that, dogs. Okay, I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh, it was definitely an experience, and it just made me think that one, I mean, I wouldn't have had my daughter there watching this. Two, it's just she needed to listen to instructions, but in the end of the day, I think everything worked, and we'll see if this dog gets pregnant or not. Which, fun fact, dog pregnancies last only 63 days.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say at the end of the day, it's her dog and she can jerk it if she wants to.
Yeah. Oh, it's so funny because she like brought in the condom, lotion, tissues. I'm like, what the?
the preparedness level is a little unnerving.
Yeah, and she was just so okay with it. And
well, I've done this 1,000 times. Like,
oh gosh.
Okay.
Yeah, well, definitely an experience.
Has anything else in your week topped that? Probably not.
Besides getting beat up by a boxer, not really. So I currently have scratches and bruises from when we had a boxer come in that was very fractious and tried to fight me and my doctor. So that was fun. But yeah, my shoulders were sore. Yeah, he was like 74 pounds.
Yeah.
And he was all over the place. And we eventually did everything we needed to with him, but he was just like not having it whatsoever. So
he also just pulled out the condom and the tissues and the lotion.
You think he would have held still for that? He'd be like, "What's happening?" He's like, "Oh, oh, oh." Oh God. It's so messed up.
I think we move on from this.
Yes, let's move on for this. This is making me uncomfortable.
So why? You're the one that told the story.
It still makes me uncomfortable, man.
This is just your way of like sharing the agonizing and excruciating discomfort with everybody that's ever going to listen to this.
Oh yes.
Oh man. But I guess I'll go with my somewhat boring. Well, it's not really that boring. Week. So this week at the museum is something known as Family Discovery Week. Basically, normally for admission into the museum, kids are always free, but adults, have to pay a certain price depending on whether it's just a regular adult ticket, senior ticket. They can get military discounts, things like that. However, during this week, it's sponsored by Sonic, the restaurant, and basically they can do this thing through the Metropolitan Library system, to where essentially the adults in the family can also get in for free with their kids. And the museum puts on these different craft projects throughout the week. They have different sort of things included in these packs that the kids will get, so they can do scavenger hunts through the exhibitions, and find particular things that are in different pieces of art. Sketchbook is in there for them, so they can sketch different pieces of artwork, things like that. A lot of fun for the kids, a lot of fun for the families, and they can just do it for free, basically, right? So obviously with that, we have a larger number of people coming in than we kind of have normally had through the winter. In addition, a large number of families with small children. As you may be able to expect, small children and objects that should not be touched do not mix very well.
Nope.
And so we have had a huge number of children that are running around and touching things that they should not be touching. And one of my coworkers that kind of listens to this podcast, by kind of, I mean that they listen to it but are only on episode 3 still. So they have some catching up to do. But anyways, I was in the same exhibition. I was one section over, and this family comes in. There's the mom. There's kind of an older-ish daughter, probably around 8, somewhere around there maybe. a younger-ish daughter that's probably like 5-ish, and then a small boy that's probably like 3 or 4. The boy was very handsy. He wanted to touch everything. He wanted to pass all of the black lines. He wanted to do all of the rule breaking that he could manage.
Typical boy.
Yes. So he tried to touch one object. The eldest sister stopped him, and I was like, okay, good. That means I don't have to like call it in or anything. We're fine. He then goes behind a black line and stands underneath this shelf that's on the wall that has some of these baskets on top of it. And I was like, all right, I gotta go step forward and I gotta go get him out of there. The older sister got him out before I needed to do anything, so I was like, okay, we're cool again. Don't have to do anything. They round the corner out of my section and into my coworker friend's section. And not even 2 seconds after they round the corner and I don't see them anymore, I hear the sister and the mom going off with just, no, don't go behind the line. No, get back here. Don't touch that. Don't do that. Get back here. And so obviously I'm like, well, he's touching a bunch of the vases and glass baskets and things. This is a glass exhibition, by the way. This entire exhibition is like all glass, by the way. No. Yes. Like a minute or two later, after they've gone like all the way through that section, I hear my friend go on the radio, because whenever something gets touched, we have to report it to the control room so they can document it, right? And so she comes on the radio and she says, "Hey, Control, I have quite a list for you." And starts rattling off like a list of probably like 10 to 12 pieces of artwork. Probably not that many, but it was a lot. Like almost everything in that section probably got touched.
Oh gosh. Did anything get destroyed?
No. Like thank God nothing got destroyed. When the gallery was a little bit more empty, they showed me the route of destruction and mayhem that this child went on. And it was just, they walked past the line here, touched this one, then grabbed the stand that this one was on, almost as if they were going to shake it, but they did it. And then they went over here and touched this one, went around the corner, and then just went like ding, 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 ding. He touched all of these in a row. Like all within like 10 seconds, which is both horrible and horrifying, but also very impressive.
He was busy.
Yes. So that happened on Tuesday, which is the first day we were open this week. So, yeah, we led with a big one.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, and then most of the rest of this week has just been a lot of people coming through, dealing with people touching things that they shouldn't be touching and passing lines that they shouldn't be passing. And then today, I actually we hired a couple of new people, and I was training one of the new people that started yesterday. Today was their second and last day of like shadowing. And so they were shadowing me. And earlier in the day, one of my coworkers called in that one of the benches was, kind of not in great condition. The leg on it was kind of wiggly and falling off. And there was only one screw that was left holding this leg into the bench. So it was basically just kind of a matter of time if people were going to be sitting on it, that something was going to happen. Later that day, I'm in that section, and the person shadowing me is also, with me in this section. And there was a woman, I think it might have been 2 women that were sitting on this bench, or maybe it was a woman and a man. And the woman goes to stand up, and she had some kind of condition. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but basically it's a condition where essentially under like the certain oh, wow, my brain's not working. I apparently have a condition too. But apparently under the certain circumstances, the person's body will just shut down. And they'll essentially just like go unconscious. for a minute, and their body just shuts down and like basically resets, and then they'll be back to normal afterwards. And so when they were going to stand, this occurred, and their weight kind of went back down onto the bench, and the leg broke off.
Oh no.
So the bench topples over. The other person that was on the bench kind of falls a little bit, but is able to kind of catch themselves and like stand back up. She, however, was not able to do that because she basically blacked out. And so she then kind of falls into the bench, slides down, falls to the ground. We're pretty sure her head actually hit the ground. I remember kind of hearing like a small thud, which I don't know if that was the bench or if that was her head. Hopefully it was just the bench. But so I'm over here. I have been there for like 5 months or 5.5 months now. Nothing that crazy has happened before. And I haven't experienced this kind of thing at this job yet. And so, you know, I'm pretty calm when it comes to things like that. So I see that happen. It's just kind of like, okay, I need to go over, check and make sure everybody's okay. You know, things like that. So I'm walking over and I'm like, oh, like, are you okay? And, you know, this, that, and the other. I then notice that she's unconscious, like blacked out. I start to fucking panic.
Oh,
like, it's a small anxiety attack triggers. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. She's unconscious. She's not awake. She's got a couple family members around her trying to check on her. And they're talking to her and she's not responding. Holy shit, did she die? Like, like I'm freaking out. And the person shadowing me like calls in for a supervisor to come up, which I'm like, good, the supervisor can come up and like try to figure out what the hell's going on, because I have no idea if like this is the end of my time here. It's like I let somebody die.
How dare you? You're not a doctor.
I was like, do I need to give CPR? But,
right.
Yeah, I mean, it got scary for a second, but before the supervisor got up, the woman woke it back up instantly. You know, her eyes open. She goes, I'm fine, and starts sitting up and is like, you know, that this happens like pretty frequently, you know, et cetera, and you know, whatnot. And so obviously I'm still there, just like, are you okay? Like, everybody okay here? Because I'm kind of not okay. I want to make sure y'all are okay. So
can we all talk about this real quick?
Like, I would like to be okay. So I need to make sure you're fine. And so, yeah, like they were fine. I heard them a couple minutes later. One of the family members was sitting on a bench in another section of the galleries, and they were kind of talking about like, oh, you shouldn't sit there, like something might happen. And I'm like,
it's no, cursed.
Yeah, it's like those benches are fine. The leg has those legs all have all of the screws in, and they're not wobbly at all. Like, you're fine. And so they building support came and took the bench away. So and then when I got off shift this afternoon, I go downstairs over to the lockers to go grab my stuff so I can leave, and the bench is sitting up against the lockers. Just you can see where the leg used to be, and all of the wood there is like shredded from where it like ripped out and stripped. And yeah, that rip that bench, man. It's I don't think it's gonna be used again.
Oh gosh.
Oh man.
That is a crazy story, man. It reminds me of the story of when a patient first passed it on me. I'll make it really short. But I was working in the surgery unit, and this lady just got done with her shoulder surgery, and she was like, I don't feel too good. I feel like I'm going to pass out. And then she grabs her vomit bag, throws up in it, and then passes out. It's like literally like, like, oh, no. Did she just die? And I was like, nurse. And we get everyone over there, and then she like wakes up and she's like, what happened? told her she passed out or whatnot. But it was the most surreal thing where she's like, I don't feel too good. I think I'm going to pass out. And then she like immediately throws up and then checks out. And then her husband's just sitting there staring at me like, what did you do?
What did you do to my wife, you asshole?
Right? I was just talking to her, I swear.
The doctor comes in like, what happened? And you're like, I think she's dead.
Yep. So I'm sure you had like kind of the same like feelings that I did.
Oh yeah. I was like, I killed her, but I wasn't even like, I was on the other side of the room. Yep. What happened?
Oh, good times. Good times.
Yeah. So fun and exciting times. Oh man. Yeah. So with that, let's transition now into our topic for this fine evening, which has nothing to do with dog bones or people fainting.
Yep.
Although I'm sure for certain people it could have that sort of effect. Probably not. I don't know why. Anyways. So we both have, I'm pretty sure we both have experience with this sort of thing. And I know I do, and I know I probably have some very choice words for this, and thoughts and ideas and whatnot when it comes to this. Ugh. Sorry, I just had to burp.
Ooh, please don't pass out.
Anyways, I don't think I said what the topic was yet.
No, we keep going on our... Yes.
Speaking of
masculinity.
So, I'm going to throw you under the bus, or just throw the bus on top of you here, and give you sort of the first, like, what is your sort of viewpoint on toxic masculinity? Oh my! Can I not talk today? What happened?
That's a question that you must answer, brother.
Toxic masculinity.
Yes. So,
what are your viewpoints on toxic? I almost just did it again. God damn it. Toxic masculinity.
Stop while you're ahead. I mean,
yeah. You know what? Just end the episode. Just end it now.
Right. And cut. No, I'm kidding. But my viewpoint on it, I think that it's in the name, it's toxic, and it can really destroy some relationships and even destroy your mental health as well as a man, and it can destroy a lot of relationships around you because, the whole idea of toxic masculinity is that, like, you just close yourself off, you become a super, like, closed off badass, like, kind of thing, and you're a man, you can handle everything, like, stop crying, you're a man.
You don't look at explosions.
Yes, exactly. Like, you walk away from them, and it's just, all that Hollywood shit. And I just don't think it's good. And I think since as a society, a lot of men have fallen into that trap of toxic masculinity, that a lot of us men actually don't have the right tools in our arsenal to handle the emotions that we have when we have them, and to also seek help when we're, like, in a very dark place. There was, like, a video I saw scrolling through Facebook that, like, was this girl, is like, when you're at your lowest, who do you call? And then it was a bunch of these guys afterwards, like, you guys call somebody? Like, I don't talk to anybody. I'm a man. Nobody fucking cares. And it's a sad truth that, us as men, we're taught, like, oh, don't feel your feelings. Quit crying. You're a man. Suck it up. And it's just bad all around. And I actually have kind of a story about that. When I first got my first experience of toxic masculinity was when I was going through my divorce, which we've talked about that, I believe in second episode. And I was going through my divorce, and I needed an outlet of some way to get my feelings out. So I posted on Facebook saying, like, something along the lines that I hide all these tears that I'm having, but, like, just getting all my emotions out there. And I remember there was a part in there that said, like, I hide all my tears with a smile on my face and all that. And I remember one of my military buddies messaged me in a separate message and was like, hey man, you should really think about taking down that post because it sounds kind of gay. And I was like, whoa, okay. I was like, sorry for feeling my feelings. Like, I'll just take it down and just shut the fuck up, you know?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, that's kind of my idea on it, and it really sucks and it's really hard, and hopefully we're going away from that. But now that I've been rambling on a little bit, how do you feel? What are your viewpoints on toxic masculinity?
Yeah, so I mean, you kind of summed up a lot of, or at least like a partial like half of kind of how I feel about it. Like, obviously, yeah, it's really stupid. You know, primarily because it does do a lot to almost degrade what it actually means, I think, to be not just a man but a human being in general. It's almost like, toxic masculinity for so long has been trying to teach us how to quote unquote be a man, but by doing that it's actually teaching us how to be less human, because innately, right, we're community based creatures or animals, or however you kind of want to describe whatever a human being is. Like, we're community based, right? We desire connections with other people, and the biggest portions of that are communication, right? About communicating with other people and talking about how we feel and talking about the things that we're passionate about and the things that we love and like that kind of thing. Whereas, society, and in particular, kind of the toxic side of that, it's about, well, the right way to be a man is to not communicate those things, especially with other men, because that's fucking insane. Why would you ever do that? And unless you're talking about something like sports or shooting guns or like, something that's manly, which I'm probably going to get into a little later, how I think some of that kind of thinking is just absolutely stupid and ridiculous also. But it's like the idea basically is that you're just this silent, stoic person or thing almost, right? That you get a room of guys together, and the most they ever talk about anything is very superficial, like like, dude, bruh, and like, punching each other in the arm, or hitting each other and burping and farting, like stupid shit.
Yeah,
like,
and this may be going off into like a little side thing as well, but also I feel like it goes into the way that a lot of guys treat women too. So yeah. That's the side thing for later.
Yeah. And so it's like, I grew up, I've mentioned this previously, that my dad was, a little bit more attentive and, preferred my brother over me. And so I spent a lot of my time, connecting with my mom. And, obviously that meant that I picked up a lot of the things that my mom, was interested in and passionate about, things like that. So, she was the more crafty, artistic kind of person, and so I was leaning more towards the artistic side of myself and was more creative. I loved going, antiquing with her on the weekends. I still actually really enjoy going out and shopping, unless it's, having to go like shop at the grocery store or something, in which case it's just
that sucks.
Oh, yeah, it kind of sucks. I have to do it. But, going to Target and just looking around, like, I love doing that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I still do. And so it kind of led to this thing of, I guess, I was a little bit more communicative with my feelings and, enjoyed these things that, quote unquote, didn't really fit into like the general idea of what it meant to be a boy. I still played with action figures and got dirty and things like that, but, I also would just sit in my room and draw. And, those things weren't, by a lot of society standards, like something that, a normal boy would do, I guess. And so by the time I was getting a little bit older and I was in like high school, basically in all of my upper level art classes, I was one of like 2 or 3 guys, period, in those classes. All of the rest were females, because that's just kind of the thing is like, well, art is like a womanly thing or a female thing, not a manly thing. Men should be out playing sports or what have you instead.
Or fixing things or building things.
Yeah, or the creative outlet for them is putting together a car or woodworking or something, and not painting or drawing, which I think is absurd. And there were a lot of times even where I kind of got sort of a similar treatment to what you were saying, where my friends and I, the group of guys that I was friends with, would be spending the night together at somebody's house, or we'd be hanging out on Xbox playing Call of Duty or something and chatting, and I, being the more sort of open with my feelings, being communicative, a little bit more on, like, I guess, the philosophical side of things too, and like wanting to talk about like life and the world and love and things like that. They would straight up say like, dude, like, are you gay? Or like, just save like the gay talk for later, or, like, that kind of stuff. And I was able to kind of just shrug that off, because I don't care what you guys think, really, because that's just how I am. But like, it's not a good thing that somebody should have to sort of reevaluate their own feelings or how they express those feelings because other people are telling them that that's not how they should be doing that, And
exactly,
it's really just absolutely wrong to kind of pinpoint that you can't do that and you have to be this instead. And this that you have to be is, the asshole that, me personally, I didn't really like hanging around my friends sometimes because they were that asshole. They were the one that you're trying to have a conversation and they would come and just like jump on you and dogpile you. And they're just like, like, we're not getting up, like, get crushed under our weight. Or, would walk by and just like punch you in the shoulder and be like, take that, bruh. And it's like, no, like, I want to have a real connection with you guys because you're my friends. So I want to talk about things and share things. I don't want to walk by and like punch you in the shoulder and be like, take that, douchebag. And
there's no connection there. I mean, like, there might be some sort of connection to them, but it's not a very good connection at all.
Yeah, it's very superficial, because quite honestly, that's literally something you could do with anybody. And now, is everybody going to like that? No, because some people are going to be like, why the fuck did you just punch me, you asshole? Like any normal person probably would think that. Yeah, exactly.
Sup, bro? Stab.
Sup, bruh? You gonna pass out?
And then it escalates, and he pulls out a Glock, and then you just pull out an assault rifle, and it just keeps escalating because you both are men. You're just like, I have to be more manly, because you both are bleeding out on the ground.
Look at my nuke. No, look at my nuke.
Exactly.
That's probably how the world's gonna end.
Exactly. Yep.
And the nuke is indicative of their dick size or whatever.
Oh gosh, yeah, compensating for dick size, because that's the whole thing.
Yeah. But
yeah, it's crazy. And going back to what I was talking about with the way that we treat women, like the standard for how women treat men and how men treat women is totally different, because men are expected to like sleep with a lot of women, and that means you're like a player and you're really good, and all your buddies will be like, oh, that's the great man, like, you just slept with like 30 women and got 2 baby mamas or something like that. And then for women, like, they sleep with like a guy and they're like, oh, you slut, you whore, why would you ever do that? And it's just it's crazy how the duality is with that. And that's just from toxic masculinity, I feel like, is that us as guys, we're told to view women as objects, and I don't think that's right, not at all.
Yeah
Especially like with the experience I've had, and how when I was younger, I did actually treat women as they were objects, and it didn't feel right to me. And like I told myself I would never do that again after I did that one time, because it did not sit right with me. It didn't feel natural. And like and was I perfect? No, I did sleep with a couple of my ex-girlfriend's best friends, but it's just, I've learned my lesson, definitely, and I definitely want that to stop, because it hurts everyone in the situation. It hurts, you know, the women, it hurts the man, and it's not good overall. So
yeah, it's like a good culmination summary of, you know, kind of combining what I said earlier with what you just said, that like basically like that whole idea turns men into animals, that then turns women at the same time into objects, or like the meat that the animal is, you know, trying to
and then like it's frequent where it's frequent where guys like when you sleep with a bunch of like women or whatnot, they're like, oh, you dog, like literally calling us an animal, and it's just and we accept that because that's what society has told us is what is quote unquote right, which no.
Yeah, and you know the interesting thing I think with that is, like, you know, my big thing mentioning with it was, you know, this just in human nature, we're communal people, right? We desire connection, and toxic masculinity's whole thing is tearing that sort of apart, and really like also is fed by this whole idea with just gender norms kind of in general, because you know we've kind of built up this whole thing that, you know, men are supposed to behave a certain way, women are supposed to behave a certain way, they're supposed to dress a certain way that's distinct from each other, they're supposed to, you know, have certain hobbies or things that they like doing or whatever that's like distinct from each other, because you know, some are really manly, some are really womanly, and you know, the man can't do the womanly thing because it's, you know, quote unquote gay, or you know, the woman can't do the manly thing because it's quote unquote butch, or like whatever, like you know, derogatory shit that people come up with, that kind of thing. And it's like, if you really think about it, it doesn't work that way. it's
not at all.
Like if somebody goes back and reads, you know, the book of Genesis, they're not going to see, you know, God created man and woman. He created Adam and Eve, and Adam was wearing a nice 3-piece suit from the you know, the that he got at the mall while he's playing with his action figures, and Eve is holding a baby doll while wearing a nice, beautiful sequin dress. Like that shit's not in there. Like,
it's not at all.
There's some very distinct and clear things, like differences between men and women. You know, the fact that, you know, women are the absolute pinnacle peak of humanity and can go through something like childbirth is just fucking insane.
Yeah, it blows my mind every single time I think about it.
Yeah, like that's absolutely astonishing that, you know, that's a testament to how strong, you know, a woman is. Which, like, the whole toxic masculinity thing of like, well, we've got to be strong, and like we are stronger than women. It's like, really, dude? I guarantee you try pushing a baby like out of you, you're gonna be crying, because I get sick. Like I get the cold, and I'm like on the verge of death.
And then women, you know, they get a cold, and they're like still doing 10,000 things at once, taking care of the baby, taking care of the house. And
yeah, Mandy will literally be sick for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks straight, because she gets sick and then she doesn't have any time to rest, because she's literally going to work and then coming home and taking care of our 2 children while I'm still at work, and, you know, having to clean and cook and do all of this other shit. Like, it's incredible. It's incredible.
Yeah. But,
you know, kind of back to what I was, you know, getting at is like, you know, there's some of those distinct things like that, you know, and obviously, like, you know, male body, female body, different, you know, that kind of thing and whatnot. But like, I mean, aside from that, there's not really like a difference. Like, men and women, we're all human beings. We're all human beings, right? I should not be treating one person any differently because they're a man or they're a woman, or their sexuality is different, or their race is different, or their religion is different. Like, none of that shit ultimately like matters in the grand scheme of how we should be relating to other people. We should always be relating to other people first and foremost as human beings, because that is what we all are. And we've kind of been growing up in this society where we're told, oh, well, you just had a child. That child has a penis, so you need to make sure that their room is painted blue and all of their clothes are blue, and all of the toys that you get them are like action figures and
fire trucks or airplanes.
Yeah, and when they get a little bit older, they need to love superheroes and cool shit like that. But somebody else has a daughter, and that daughter has to be wearing pink all the time and has to have bows and has to have baby dolls and things like that. And it's like
a little kitchen set or whatnot. So
yeah, and it's like, what, like, if your son comes home one day and is like, hey, I did played at school, and we have like a kitchen set, and I would really like one. I'd be like, well, fuck, let's go get you one then.
Yeah.
Like,
be a chef.
Yeah. There was, I mean, like, my daughter has a baby doll that she got for Christmas this year. That came, it's kind of traditional baby doll, came with like, a bottle and things like that. And, there's occasions where my son will go and like pick up her baby doll and pick up the little bottle and be like, holding it in his arms and feeding it, the bottle, because, he sees mom and dad do that with baby sister and stuff. And like, I don't walk over there and just like knock it out of his hand and just like, you're a man, what are you doing? Go play with your Spider-Man action figure. What the hell's wrong with you? Like, I don't do that because it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it really doesn't matter.
Like, if anything, like with him, like playing with like the baby dolls and feeding and all that, I think it teaches like the basic things on how to take care of another human being. So when he does become a father, he'd be so much more prepared for that, and be like, oh, exactly. This is just like how I was playing with dolls when I was little.
Yeah, exactly. And it kind of plays back similarly to our Valentine's Day episode and us kind of, ripping and shitting on Valentine's Day. I'll do something similar here with this kind of thing. It's like, we have those gender norms about like what men and women are supposed to wear and like what they're supposed to play with when they're kids and like things like that. And it's like, where do you think all of that kind of stuff, or like that mentality, like where does that start from? It starts from the people that are selling this stuff.
Exactly.
And is that because they're trying to do good by us by like helping us be like what we're quote unquote supposed to be? No,
absolutely not.
It's them trying to make us give them our money.
Exactly.
It's like,
and I have a story about that, about how women came around to shaving themselves all the time and how it's become a norm and all that. It's because when the razors first came out, their sales weren't going up because people weren't buying them. But then they started posting in magazines saying that like, oh, if you buy a razor and like shave your arms and shave your legs and all the other areas, like, and you're smooth, you can get more men. Like, and they're telling this all to women and like saying that, oh, this is the most desirable thing to be right now. So now women are going out buying all these razors to shave because the people that came out with the razor needed more money, need their money to go up. And it's crazy. So it just blows my mind. And the same thing can be said for like masculinity and men and all that. Like a bunch of tools and all that can be sold to men because, oh, every man needs a good tool set because you need to fix things and you need to be the man of the house. And I'm going on a rant here, but it's crazy. Like,
I think it's just this whole episode is a rant.
Yeah. Just the whole rant. So.
Yeah. And it's extremely, to me, it's extremely aggravating because, you play with things as a kid that you find fun. You're supposed to, as an adult, when it comes to, like the clothes that you wear and things like that, what ultimately is a sort of a statement of who you are and that is comfortable for you. But we have all of these sources telling us that, well, this should be what's comfortable for you, and if it's not, then you're wrong. Or that even the other side telling you, well, this is what they're telling you you should be comfortable in, but you're not comfortable in that. You should be comfortable in something else. You have to wear that. And just you should be allowed to pick whatever it is that's going to make you feel the most you and make you feel the most comfortable.
Exactly. Yeah. And there's just one final point I want to bring up as well, is just that, being a man as well as being a woman is hard. Like, being a human being in this world is hard. And it's actually pretty crazy that there's this one study. I watched a video on it. I can't remember any of the names, so I may be messing up a little bit of this, but I remember that this woman had kind of manly, physique and manly jawline and all that, and she decided to perform a study where she dressed and acted like a man just to see how men are treated in day-to-day life. And she was going to perform this study for a whole year and then submit her studies. She didn't even make it to a full year before she killed herself because men were treated like dirt, and she didn't realize all the stress and stuff that men have to go through because of this toxic masculinity bullshit. So it's crazy, and it degrades us, and it honestly leads to probably a lot of the mental health issues we have. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that was kind of a somber note we just hit.
Yeah. So I'll kind of make a final point here, probably before we kind of wrap this up. It's like I don't remember what I was going to say. Thank you, Alex. Oh wait, I guess I can't say that anymore.
Oh no! Too soon.
Oh shoot!
Too soon.
I forgot her name. I don't. Well, I forgot who's hosting it nowadays. Like, I know who's hosting it. I can't remember her name for some reason. That's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
So
world's not going to get fixed overnight, unfortunately. But
and it's probably not going to until literally all of us are dead. So
I second that.
Happy thoughts there, boys and girls. Wink, wink.
Yes, definitely. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll be talking more personal stuff and more deeper topics moving forward. We'll still try to keep it funny here and there, but we just really want to keep it personal for you guys and you to hear our thoughts on some things and hear little stories from us and just learn about us a little bit more. And we'd love to learn a little bit more about you down in the comments.
Yes, and one thing that I have done, I don't know if any, like, by the time this is going to be going out, well, of course this is going to go out after the previous episode that went out. See, my brain's just not working tonight. But on starting with episode 7, I believe, I have started sort of putting like polls and Q&As into the actual Spotify episodes of the podcast. We want to kind of see where other people are at when it comes to certain things. If you agree with us on some things, disagree with us on some things. And kind of the last point I want to make before we go signing off is, we touched on it a bunch in this episode, right? Really, really focus on caring and loving each other just based on the fact that we are all people. We are all equal. We're all distinct. We're all unique, but we are all the same in that we are all human beings. We all deserve respect. We all deserve love. Let's give that to each other.
Exactly. So, and I second that. We need to respect and love each other. And you know what? I've said it before, and I'll say it again. This world is 100% broken, and we are all just trying to get through it. And there's no need to get super upset at other people or whatnot, unless it's totally worth you totally need to or whatnot. But just try to be happy. Let's try to get through this world together and not separate ourselves.
Yep, exactly. So those of you that I work with, that I'm friends with, I absolutely adore you people, and I love you people, and I will continue to adore you and continue to love you, even if you hear this episode and think, wow, he is an absolute piece of trash.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with everything you just said. I can't add anything to it because I think you just said it perfectly, like just how you said everything. So I will leave it at that. That you hit the nail on the head.
Alrighty, yeah. So let's plug ourselves, plug our social media, plug all of the things that we do.
So you can find us on, what is it? YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music. What else?
All the places.
I'm missing one. Audible. Yeah, all the places.
Yes. All the places except iTunes, because Apple apparently does not like us. I've tried multiple times to get that situation fixed, and I have no. I'm probably gonna have to call like iTunes support, and we both know I am an introvert that absolutely fucking hates phone calls, so that might not happen. We'll see. Maybe eventually I'll get the courage to do that. But
right.
yeah. So aside from check out the podcast on all those places. You can also find us. I don't know if we had the social media around when we were doing the last episode, but we do have it around now. So you can go and check us out on our official Facebook page, the High Tired We're Dadcast, or you can also check us out on Instagram. I believe the handle for that is actually just at High Tired Podcast. Basically, we're just planning on doing a bunch of updates and sharing links to our various various places you can find us, things like that. A link to the website on Spotify for podcasters, all of those good things. I myself create a bunch of memes that I think are funny and are probably not. So, go give us likes and follows. Thank you. Thank you. That really is stroking my ego. Like the woman was stroking her anyways.
It all comes full circle.
Okay, I was about to say full circle jerk. I might not say that.
Oh, God.
We might cut that. We might get you cut it. Anyways. Yeah, so make sure to give us a like and follow on those pages to kind of keep up to date with what we are doing. Eventually, when we both kind of get our shit together, there'll kind of be more stuff on there than just like the occasional post here and there. Maybe we'll kind of venture out and do some other unique stuff for that whenever the time comes. Perhaps whenever a certain somebody moves down here.
Yeah, hopefully around October time frame, but we'll see.
Yep, we'll see. So yeah, hopefully some exciting things in the future to kind of come forward and be present on those things. And as I kind of mentioned earlier, make sure to, when you check out on Spotify or on YouTube, keep an eye out for, and we'll put them on social media as well, those particular questions and other things to kind of get the conversation going. So we as human beings, and being the communal things that we are, can be communal together.
Yes.
Because that's how things work around here. So thank you all so much for listening. Bye. No, I'm just kidding.
Music plays.
I was about to start humming the music for my old YouTube channel, not the podcast music.
Wrong one.
Oh, that's totally wrong. That stuff was burned and purged from existence. Nobody's going to see that ever, and I will never. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, so thank you all for listening, and remember to stay tired.
Stay tired, friends.
Good night. Good night. Good. I don't know why I was pretending to do that.